this should have been like a valiant moment for, Max Verstappen. It should have been a point where, he came home, he stood up on his car, and he was like, yeah, like, I got it.
Yeah,
right?
No, nothing like that.
Nothing like that. It was confusion.
Nothing like that. Chaos.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of F1Talk. Joe and I are back in our respective homes for this one. I have finally escaped Los Angeles, left Joe behind.
Yay.
And, I am back at home, as you can see by my Subaru image over here. I don't know if that actually is going to show up in the crop, but... for all of you people, yes, I always have my Subaru Bug-Eye Edition special poster there. So, anyways, let's get into it. We had the race at Suzuka, and Max was crowned champion. Not, yes, no, like it was...
Yeah, I would say yes or
yeah,
no. Maybe.
I think he was finally. They decided. I mean, okay. Let's talk about this. Are we past the 30-second mark? Yes. Let's talk about this shit. Okay. Because like Joe and I were kind of touching base about this morning. And, dude, we've said it before and we'll say it again. The FIA's got to get their shit together, guys. Like, Let us know down in the comments what you thought about this particular race and how the FIA handled it. But, like, I really feel that they bungled this whole situation, right? Like, we're sitting there and... the entire thing was delayed for forever because of the weather, as if they couldn't see, the weather reports coming in. We started up, there's a red flag. We wait for the red flag to be cleared. They started up, boom, back into red flag again, and here's the thing, man, normally... I would be laughing at the Europeans right now, saying like, oh, you guys had to wake up early for one race out of the whole freaking season. Like, get over yourselves. We wake up at 6 a.m. every single race. Right?
Yep.
But this time I have sympathy, because that was shit for you guys to wake up to. Like, really, honestly. And so... on top of like the constant red flags and all of this stuff, the entire race got pared down essentially to a 35-minute sprint race.
Basically,
that was it. And then the FIA wasn't even organized enough to say definitively whether or not Max had won at the end. And they were trying to figure it out from the points. Like, okay, do we apply 50% points? Do we apply the full set of points? Like they didn't even know.
It's like, come on, you guys. Like we said before, Formula One is a pinnacle of motorsports. It's the premium of motorsports. It's a premium of any sports or motorsports.
I would argue it's the premium of all the sports. How many sports do you know where the entire field spends like hundreds of millions of dollars?
Exactly. And the organization is still like this. Like delays and doesn't apply rule books from time to time, and things changing from time to time.
It's just like it was so unorganized.
The FIA needs to. You know what they have to? They should do. They should just rewrite the whole thing to make it clear.
Dude.
To say, okay, you win, you lose. There's no in between. There's no like gray areas. You just have to be very precise on the result or the problem.
Dude,
right?
For me, it was just such an unceremonious like championship, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I hate to say it, right? Like, I'm not a huge Max fan. Like, we know that, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely have given him the kudos for driving his ass off this season. He had the superior car all throughout the season, which we're going to talk about a little later because we do think that there's some potential controversy there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, yeah.
stick with us if you're watching here, right? But like almost like last year in Abu Dhabi, like it felt like things just came to an unceremonious end, like something not befitting a racing or competition of this caliber, you know? And the reality of it is like the Verstappen fans deserve better. Verstappen himself
Exactly.
like deserves better, right? We the fans of the sport deserve better than this. And like really I mean I watched Max, you know, after the race and he was confused. He was asking like, okay, am I the winner? Am I not the winner? He was put into this room with this red like quilted chair with like a white, you know, like a throw kind of thing on there. And he was just like staring at this big video screen of him. And then like it wasn't like he was there to be interviewed. Like what was the point of that room? You know?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. And it like it was very clear that they had just switched on the monitors in that room to show him. They weren't. It literally like switched on as he was walking into that room. So it's just like, guys, like I don't know, man. The FIA, the organizing body, like kind of, for lack of a better way of putting it, like they fucked Liberty Media out of like a proper finale to the championship, like the drivers' championship. You know, like yes, there are still more races to go on till the end of the season, but like that should have been a pretty glorious moment, and it was
that
anything
should have
but.
been that should have been, they should have celebrated even in the radio already, but no one knows what is going on.
Right.
Not even the team principal, not even Christian Horner, they didn't know anything.
Right.
Like at the end of the race, they were like, "Oh, is it a 50% race? Is it a full race? Is it under circumstances 50% becomes a full race?" Or it's just too much. It's the regulation is just, the rule is just layers and layers and layers. Why? Like it makes everybody confused, and it makes even the what is it called, the sporting director confused. It almost feel like they have to, like after a race, after checker flag, they have to go to a rule book, like actually
pull out the freaking rule book, you know.
Like oh, hold on, let me see.
Right. It felt exactly like that.
Like you, Max, you're the champion.
That's exactly how it felt.
Yeah. And this should not happen. It needs to be very clear whether or not it's 50% race, if it's under circumstances, not 50% race, or full race with 4 point, or 50% race with half point, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So not like this. Let me see. Oh, let me see. No.
Yeah, it's really, I don't know. It's really frustrating. It was just, I don't know. It for lack of a better way of putting it, it was a shit show. And
it's boring.
Like, it was boring. Like, not everything needs to be about entertainment, as we've talked about, right? But like this should have been like a valiant moment for, Max Verstappen. It should have been a point where, he came home, he stood up on his car, and he was like, yeah, like, I got it,
Yeah,
right?
no, nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
Nothing,
it was confusion.
Nothing like that. Chaos.
Yeah, exactly.
And confusion. Yeah.
And this is the FIA right now.
And again, twice, Max's championship campaign has been overshadowed by FIA and the regulations.
Yes, quite literally.
I hate to say it. If you guys want to hate me, but that's what we feel. Overshadow again.
Yeah.
Again and again.
And that's what I'm talking about, where it's like the Verstappen fans deserve better. The general sport fans deserve better,
And Max deserve better. Like, Max deserve better than this. For sure.
For sure. So, I don't know. I was left with a really bad taste in my mouth. Like, genuinely, like a bad taste in my mouth.
I didn't even finish the whole thing. Like, I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm bored. I'm going to go eat. And I just turned off the TV. And, like, come back and see, oh, Max win the championship. And it's like, okay. And I read close to it. I read it and like, okay, again, not a surprise.
Yeah. And it's just, I don't know, guys. Like, let us know down in the comments what you thought about it. Like, it was frustrating, right? Because Suzuka is my favorite racetrack. They barely got to race. It was 35 minutes of racing. The conclusion of the race was completely bungled. The establishment of, like, the Drivers' Championship was, like, chaos and confusion, just like Joe said, there are times when I wonder whether or not Liberty Media is going to search for an alternative to the FIA to manage F1. And it's stuff like this. Also, like, FIA, like, snake them on an announcement of, like, the new calendar in the past and things like that really strain a working relationship. And I'm really curious to see how much longer Liberty Media is going to put up with this stuff, to be 100% honest. Now, if you may have noticed, like, I've been kind of looking away from the camera a little bit, and that's mostly because I wanted just to check on the latest news about the budget cap, which is our other big thing that's kind of being discussed. And we touched on it briefly in the previous video, or not briefly, like we talked about it a lot. And
like almost like last video, I think we talked about it a little bit. Last video, we mentioned it a little bit last video.
So basically, like, the findings are that Aston Martin and Red Bull for sure did break the budget cap.
Yep.
They claim that it's minor infringements, but the question is, what does that mean? And
how minor is it? Like,
right. And they were supposed to deliver decisions on this, on Wednesday of last week, but they're delaying till today, the 10th. But we still haven't seen what that actually means, like the certifications, So technically, I mean, Monday is damn near past, and there is no conclusion from what I can see,
and there's no detail also,
right?
Like what exactly they are spending on, or what exactly where the money goes.
Yeah, exactly.
And not even like descriptions of punishments or like penalties or anything. No, nothing.
Yeah, so like I don't know what it's. Yeah, like there's no details have come out about how the FIA would handle the breaches, You know,
Yep.
like realistically, like it could undo Verstappen's championship from last season. So I don't know. This is going to be a big deal, and as I said, like it was supposed to be pushed back till today, but we haven't seen any conclusive news. Like I'm looking
No,
on Sky
nothing.
Sports,
Yeah,
and
nothing.
like the latest news was, as far as I can tell, from like 5 hours ago. But yeah, I'm not seeing any definitive like punishment. You know?
I didn't. As far as my research goes, I also didn't see anything other than what Sherif was just saying. Red Bull and Williams exceed
Or
like
Aston Martin.
pass. Oh, yeah, Aston Martin, not Williams. Sorry, but yeah. Other than that, nothing special. Like there's
Yeah.
no detail. There is no penalties. There's no like, I don't know. Just there's nothing basically.
Yeah, so I really do think there needs to be some discussion of penalties, you know, like very soon and very
I
quickly.
feel like again, this is what we're saying. The FIA needs to get the shit together because
Right.
if you are like, let's say, put it into basketball terms, if you foul someone or if you have been fined or if you got found out something that is behind the scenes of negotiation or trading stuff, you have to be punished. And this is what exactly
it happens
what
very swiftly. It's not delayed and delayed and delayed like the FIA constantly does.
Yeah, and like, for my opinion, I feel like FIA is not gonna do anything because they are Red Bull.
Yeah.
Red Bull is FIA's favor, as far as I can tell.
Way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they seem to be able to skate, you know, when they break the rules. You know?
Yeah. And also very suspicious for us to look into budget cap is because the car of Red Bull so damn fast.
Yeah, so that I wanted to bring up, right? Where we're talking a bit like, okay, so we've talked about the facts. We talked about our okay, so we talked about our opinion about Suzuka and how that thing ended. We talked about the facts that are currently up in the air right now with the budget cap. But let's indulge a little bit in some conspiracy real quick here, right? Like, this is what Joe is talking about. How is Red Bull's car so damn fast this season? Like,
I mean, of course you can say fast. Of course you can say Mercedes' car is really fast last season as well, but it's different fast. Like when you introduce a new regulations, literally everything is new.
Right.
And you are just miles away from everybody. And supposedly the new car needs to be close to each other, racing against close to each other. But no, Red Bull just pulled away, and then like every single week, even last season, every single week they bring out updates and upgrades.
Yeah.
Upgrades and upgrades every single week. And
dude,
even Hamilton was saying, like, he was saying on the I don't know if it's on news or press conference, he said like Red Bull has so many upgrades that they are jealous.
Dude, no, it's nuts. Like, I just and this is where Joe and I kind of get into a little bit of like the conspiracy talk. It just, again, it doesn't make sense. You have completely new regulations. You have completely new like standards for everything. It's a whole new car. It's a whole new approach to the power unit, right? And the fuel and everything. And only Max Verstappen is literally almost 30 seconds ahead of the entire pack in nearly every single race. Literally almost every single race since they got the initial problems out at the start of the season, right? This guy has just been in a solo rocket ship, right? Not even Perez is keeping up with the guy, and supposedly they have the same car. You know,
and remember, yeah, they have the same car. Yeah, supposedly, but yeah, supposedly. And like, if you look back last season, Hamilton's car is fast, but it's not like 30 seconds fast.
Not 30 seconds fast, yeah.
Not 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, most we see is like, what? 14 seconds. 30 seconds is whole another level.
Yeah. Dude,
It's...
And Red Bull keeps giving us this BS that it's like, oh, Verstappen has just adapted to the car better than Perez has, right? But if you look at their performance between Perez and Verstappen last season, it wasn't that wide apart. It wasn't 30 seconds apart between the two of them, like at all, you know? And there's no way that you can tell me that magically the brand new standards suits Verstappen so well and so perfectly to his driving style, his ability, that I don't know, man. This is where I wanted to indulge into the fun of a little bit of a conspiracy talk here, because it's just, I don't know, man. 30 seconds on brand new regulations, and he is leaving his own teammate in the dust.
And like it's not just Mercedes are slow compared to the whole pack is slow.
The whole grid is retardedly slow compared to that.
And it seems like it's get to the point where it seems like they have super fuels or super-power engine. And where that superpower like material comes from? Money. Yeah. If you can spend that much money to develop your materials, to develop flexible floor,
dude, I'm just,
I don't know. I mean, I love to like talk about controversial, but this is whole another level.
It is like I don't know, man. It's definitely something that Joe and I have been kind of like holding back on talking about, like, for the last, few episodes. But dang, man, like it's kind of hard to ignore. I mean, literally within a 35-minute race, Verstappen was literally one full pit stop. He could have pitted and still come out ahead of Leclerc, right? He was that far ahead. Like, that's insane. That's not just driving ability. That is some magic going on with the car. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you think. Like, all of these analysts who are just saying, oh, that's Verstappen's natural ability. Bullshit. You have 20 people, on the grid who are the best drivers in the whole fucking world, Like, give them any rocket ship, I guarantee you they're going to drive the pants off of it, right?
Like I have to say again, like, my opinions, like, you need a fast car to win. I mean, a driver's ability is important, but of course, a faster car is... Come on. You need a faster car.
Yeah.
Just look at Hamilton. He's got the skill, but he can't pass the aircon.
Yeah, exactly. As if Hamilton's skill suddenly disappeared.
He is literally like this.
Yeah.
Off the turn. And the aircon just pulled away like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you need a faster car. You need a fast car. You need good teams behind. And you need power.
Yeah.
And that's it. And
Yeah. No, it's not like, dude, it's not like freaking Hamilton's abilities disappeared from last season. Like, it's BS. And really, to say Ocon is a better driver than him? No.
I don't think so.
The Mercedes power plant is, like we've been saying,
it's not there.
It's trash. It really is. Like, the fact that he's even been able to get up in the podium position at all, given that power plant, is freaking amazing, right? But with no DRS available for Verstappen to be literally one full pit stop ahead of the entire pack, something's a little fishy.
Something is off.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say something's off. Yeah,
definitely,
something's off.
Definitely. Conspiracy. You know. But let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. Thank you for tuning in with us, you know, as we get back to our normal home environments. I'm finally not, you know, crashing on Joe's couch.
Hey, it's fun.
You know?
I mean, we're gonna do some cool stuff. Stay tuned for more cars.
Definitely.
Toy coming up.
Yeah, definitely. If you guys haven't, check out our individual channels. The links are down below in the description. And just please stay healthy, stay safe out there. And, you know, if you can, give as much support to Ukraine right now. They definitely need it. All right? Love you guys. Peace.
Bye-bye. Peace. Bye-bye.